What's up, fellow YouTubers? We're rocking out. Oops, slipped up on a note there. That was kind of like, ugh. There we go. Yippers. Ah. Now, if you like the guitar playing, subscribe for more. And speaking of guitar playing, there is a badass guitar player by the name of Elena Verrier. Huh. Not quite sure how you pronounce her name, but she's a gothic female who plays guitar, and she's pretty good at it too. Um, some of the comments she's gotten on her channel, eh, very typical of a female YouTuber, I guess. One person comments, "If you look carefully, there's a guitar." Another person commented, "Best cover of that song I've ever heard." Okay, you know what? Her beauty's a bonus, honestly. Because I look and I see a badass female playing guitar, and I'm like, yeah. Here's the thing of it, YouTube. Ooh, here's the thing of it, YouTube. I feel like women should be able to dress a certain way without people leaving obnoxious comments. You know? Some of you might argue, well, if women don't want men leaving obnoxious comments about their bodies, then why show them off? You know, that's the thing of it. Maybe they're not trying to show it off. Maybe they're just trying to dress comfortably. And, you know, I suppose it's different for women and men, but the way I look at it, YouTube, I ask myself, how would it feel to just be seen as a pair of biceps, you know? Because admittedly, I got some nice biceps, but, you know, if women only saw me as a pair of biceps, personally speaking, it would be kind of like, ugh, dude, you know? I wouldn't know how to feel about it. I'd feel degraded, to say the least. And that's exactly how women feel. You know? Like, instead of commenting on her body, it's like, hey, you're a badass guitar player. Keep it up. Thing of it is, though, YouTube, and this is the truth of it, a lot of females get comments like these on YouTube. If they even show off their body in the slightest, it's, hey, nice boobs, and hey. And it's not just YouTube, that's everywhere, man. That's just the crap that women have to put up with. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, you'll hear women say, please quit staring at my boobs. And then men will respond, and why are you trying to show them off? And it's like, you know what? Maybe they're not trying to show them off. Maybe they're just trying to dress comfortably. They found a shirt in their closet that day. They said, hey, you know what? That's the shirt I want to wear. And they threw it on. But then you go to like her more recent videos, and this is the thing of it. There are several videos she has where she's not showing off her boobs. There's several videos of her just wearing a t-shirt, you know, rocking out, whatever. And then when you go to those videos, people aren't commenting on her boobs. They're commenting on how much of an awesome guitar player she is, which, I suppose in all humorous of a sense, in a humorous sort of sense, it shows you just how distracting boobs can be. You know, this chick could be a badass guitar player, but she's got some boobies on her, I tell you what. And she's showing them off a little bit while she plays. Guys are going to be like, distracted. Which brings me to my next point. It's okay to like boobs. Perfectly okay. Just don't be a pig about it. Like, I don't know how many guitars this young lady has in her collection, but I'm like, damn. Oh yeah. This chick is seriously talented at guitar. Holy crap. I mean, I do alright at it. I shred more than anything. It's not really a contest, you know. I'm just glad there are tons of people out there who are keeping the art of playing guitar alive, you know. That's how I see it. And when you're a female YouTuber, I guess you learn to put up with comments like that. And the sad truth of it is, I'm not trying to be mean to anyone, but on a side note, if you use your boobs to get views on YouTube, and then you get views because of your body, and then bitch because people are leaving inappropriate comments about your body, it's like, well, don't know what to tell you on that one, slick. You capitalized off your own body and then bitched when you got the wrong attention. I mean, And that's just for chicks who, you know what I'm saying? And there were some chicks who were totally cool with it, you know, like Tara Babcock, for instance, is another female YouTuber that I watch, and on several of her videos, she has said that she knows that she gets views because of her tits, and she's okay with it. Which is weird because I guess it depends on the woman you talk to. Some women will see it as objectifying and degrading, and some women will take pride in it because it makes them feel sexy and attractive. I don't know. Depends on who you talk to, I guess. Just like there are women who view female empowerment as wearing no makeup, where women also might view female empowerment as choosing how much makeup they put on. You know, looking all fancy for an Instagram photo, etc., etc. But the thing of it is, ladies, I'm on your side on this issue. You know, women should not have to show off their boobs on social media to get attention. And if they choose to, they shouldn't have to be sexually harassed for it. That's all I'm saying. You know, the question you have to ask yourself, fellas, is how would it feel if you were being degraded by the opposite sex? Of course, for men in our society, it doesn't work like that, does it? Because men are told all you men want is sex. So, how is it sexual harassment? How is it degrading? This is why if you have chicks staring at a dude's broad shoulders and he says, "Hey, honey, my eyes are up here," she's gonna look at him and laugh hysterically. On a side note, though, I've heard women make some really obnoxious comments about a man's body. Some of the shit I've heard women say, I'm just like, huh. It makes me chuckle because it shows you that women and men are very similar to one another. I just think it's rather interesting the society we live in. If a chick walks up to a dude and says, "nice ass," he gets offended. People just give him shit for it. Right? But if a dude walks up to a chick and says, "hey honey, nice ass," she can openly slap him across the face, get offended, get all ticked off and pissed off and what have you. And, excuse me, and nobody would question it. They'd be like, well, that man was being a pig. I guess it could all be interpreted to how the comment was implied. You know, like, I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but that's just it. Saying, "hey, nice boobs," to, "damn, girl, nice boobs. I would fucking have so much fun with those." The second one sounds a little bit more raunchy. So I guess it also depends on how the comment was implied. But my point being is that the culture we live in, it's perfectly acceptable for women to show off their bodies on social media. But then they'll get pissed off when the results they want are too strong. That being said, you can't control what other people do or act or what they say. All you can control is what you say, do, and what you act upon. I mean, that's just it. When I'm watching Elena play guitar, it's like, hey, her beauty's a bonus. You know? Straight up. But that being said, YouTube, women should not have to show off their bodies to be accepted, period. Not just on social media, but if women want to show off their bodies, they don't have to. But if they do, you know, the only reason I suggest this, that men not be complete pigs about it when women do decide to show off their body, is because you have to check your male privilege. That being said, if a woman checks you out, even if you are married, you can't say shit about it. You know? Actually, yeah. But that's just the thing of it. You may think that sounds ass backwards, but if you think about it, if you really truly think about it, it's not. Because, excuse me, that negative stereotype that women are always supposed to be their prettiest. Think about it. Society has implicated these standards upon men and women, and one of the standards that has been implicated onto women is this gender-based standard that women are always supposed to be their prettiest, blah, 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 etc. Men have no idea what that pressure is like. It's very similar to what men have to go through as far as always having to be their toughest. It implicates similar consequences across the board. Oh, and then this other comment that I've received on videos like this other comment I've received on videos like this. I hate to break it to you, Cobra, but white knighting doesn't work. Blah 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 blah. The fact that trying to be respectful to women or show respect or fight for gender equality is seen as white knighting, that's a problem in our society. Although the funny thing about it, when you hear these feminazis and feminists alike, when you hear radical and non-radical feminism alike bitch and complain about gender equality, do you see them bitching about it when it happens to us guys? If it's a radical feminist, no you don't. Radical feminism refuses to acknowledge the male side of the argument. It's all about women and how much they've suffered. And you could acknowledge both sides without having to forget about what your side has gone through. That's just the thing of it. Got the window open, so it's a little chilly in here, but... yeah, but... the hell was that? There we go, that sounded better. Boop. But yeah, YouTube, when it comes to gender equality. And you may think I'm being an ass kiss with this video, but I'm being serious. You know, the age-old stereotype, why it takes women so much longer to get ready. You're like, honey, we're going to be late for dinner with the folks. What's taking so long? Be down in a minute. 30 minutes later, honey, did you drown? Do you need me to send in search and rescue? Be done in a minute. 30 minutes later, she's done. And then, oh wait, she forgot something. Be down in a minute. If I could explain this to you in the best human way possible, the beauty standard which women are held to is ridiculous. If she's going to the bar to have drinks with her friends, she wants to look good, but she's subconscious about looking better than her friends, because then her friends will call her a slut and a cunt behind her back and call her cheap and blah blah blah, and look who's trying to get some dick and blah blah blah, because women are petty like that. If they're going to have dinner with the in-laws and it's her husband's parents coming to town and they're going to a fancy restaurant, she wants to look good for her husband, but she doesn't want to look so good that her creepy father-in-law is like, my boy did good, yeah, I wish my wife still looked like that, fuck. Well, you know, she's also afraid of her mother-in-law secretly judging her. Like, oh, I see my son married a hussy, well, kind of thing, you know, and most of the time, women overthink it, but sometimes, And maybe to a guy it's not that big of a deal, but that's because you never had to go through it. You know, us guys, society doesn't give a fuck if we're gross and, oddly enough, hairy. No. In fact, society expects men to be gross, disgusting, hairy animals. So for us guys, it doesn't take very long to get ready, do it? Shower, shit, shave, put on some deodorant, out the door. But tell me if this sounds like women everywhere. You got a closet full of clothes and you bitch because you have nothing to wear. It's kind of like when guys have a video game system and they have like a bunch of different video games to choose from, and they'll sit there and, ugh, I got nothing to play. That's what I mean by it. When I say women overthink it, they could have a closet full of clothes. And they can sit there and say, I have nothing to wear. It's like, eh. How are you going to sit there and say you got nothing to wear when you got a closet full of clothes that a lot of people would be grateful to have? That's what I don't get. It's really not that difficult, ladies. What are you dressing up for? You know? And that's just it. This is the kind of, men, we get judged for the clothes we wear too. We do. But not nearly as bad as women. It's the truth. Women are afraid to be judged by other women, so they become a lot more selective with their outfits. Then again, some women don't give a fuck what other women think, and they'll just wear whatever the fuck they want to wear, you know? It's all a matter of perspective. If women choose to dress a certain way, they'll get a certain reaction from their own gender plus pervy men. It is what it is. And it's sad. I hear women complain about how hard it is to be a woman, and I'm like, well, from a guy's perspective, it'd probably be a lot easier if you didn't do some of the crap that women are known for doing. I'll name one thing. Okay, women being catty towards each other. There's a start. That crap right there, every woman hates it. You know why some women say it's sometimes easier to be friends with guys than it is chicks? Because women are so goddamn catty towards each other. And that's just it. Like, you could have a girl that has a bunch of guy friends and people look at her like, all judging her and shit like, she could have that reputation, but they don't know her, they don't know society, Maybe it's just easier being friends with the opposite sex. And sometimes I agree with that. It is. And speaking of friends, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Our society has the wrong attitude about being friend zoned. I'm serious. For guys especially, if you get friend zoned as a dude, all your guy friends make fun of you. Haha, pussy, you got cock blocked. Yeah, this little faggot isn't getting laid. He got friend zoned. Ha 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 ha. Oh, look at this little sissy boy. He can't get none. He got friend zoned. Ah, bro, you got boner blocked. Because admittedly, guys give each other shit. It's just, girls give each other shit too. But the way guys give each other shit and the way girls give each other shit is different. Girls will sit there and pick each other apart. Oh, your hair looks like shit, or your boobs look like shit, or my ass looks like shit, your ass looks like shit, whatever. For guys, though, it's different. Oh, bro, I bet I could eat more hot wings than you. Bet you can't. You're on, wuss. Yeah, loser buys dinner. I'm on. I'm down. Let's do this. And it's like, why do that? You know why women do that crap? Because they're secretly jealous of the person they're picking apart. Something about that person makes the other woman jealous, so she instantly has to pick her best frenemy apart. You know how society conditions men to always want sex? Society also conditions women to be super materialistic. Well, think about it. If a woman wants to be bougie as fuck, she'll spend a ridiculous amount of money on one item and then brag about it to her female friends. Oh, guess how much money I spent on this? And when she's trying to save money, yeah. It's going to be how much money I saved. Guess, you know. Now, the minimum wage gap, for the most part, still does exist in some parts of the world. But for the most part, it's cleared up. There are still some parts of the world where the minimum wage gap still exists. But for the sake of this argument, let's say that the minimum wage gap does not exist. So just for the sake of the argument, even though it could be resolved, the idea of the wage gap is brainwashed into our society. Because women are expected to be the prettiest, female beauty products cost more money. There's a lot more of them. On top of that, a woman's designer jeans is going to cost a lot more than a man's designer jeans. And it's practically made from the same goddamn fabric. So when women are constantly spending more money on beauty products, clothing, haircuts, makeup, perfumes, etc., etc., it could lead to them thinking they're not getting paid enough. So they go to their husband or their boyfriend and go, "Babe, can I have $20? And then he says, "I just gave you 40 yesterday, but sure, why not?" In the back of his mind, he's probably thinking to himself, "I should get a $100 tattoo, a $100 bill tattooed on my dick, so when she blows my money, she can at least do it right." I'm sorry, that was obnoxious. But in all seriousness, though, YouTube, hey boy, a lot of conversation starters in this video, a lot of topics discussed. And unfortunately, YouTube, there are still areas of the world, like I said, where that minimum wage gap still exists. Or gender wage gap, whatever you want to call it. And it's sad because if they're able to work the same hours you have, if they're able to have the same skills you have, then there's no reason why they can't get paid the same amount of money. But the fact that we can't simply just respect women or respect men without it being seen as white knighting or what have you, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, YouTube. Anyways, thank you for watching my rant video. If you like the guitar playing, subscribe for more. And I'll catch you cool cobras later.